Good morning. So I've been doing a lot of suspension work both on my Ram 1500 and on my 1936 Chevy Coupe. I did have 4-link triangulated at the rear. Spent a lot of time trying to get that to work. It just didn't work, so I replaced that. So as I say, lots of suspension work. So today I'm going to be working on suspension. If you're new to the channel, this is my 36 Chevy, but it has a Crown Victoria conversion at the front, so I have got coilover shocks and springs. They are 17 or 18 years old. As you can see, the front is sitting quite low, so I've ordered new coilovers, new coils and springs. It comes as a complete set. So I've ordered 2 sets of them that will hopefully raise the front up, give me a smoother ride. So we are waiting for FedEx. Ordered them from Rock Auto, which are totally awesome. So hopefully they'll be here anytime. So I will remove the front fenders, makes life a lot easier. And I do have some fender work on the joins to take care of anyway, so that's ideal. If the rain stays off, I will roll it outside to do it, but the forecast is wet. Right, I decided not to let the weather dictate what I was doing today, so got Bugsy outside. Right, let me jack up the car, get the wheels off, get the fenders off, and I'll show you how this all goes together. It's actually quite straightforward. Okay, I've got the front end removed. So this is what I'm replacing here. Modern suspension. This side doesn't look too bad, although the damper's a bit rusty. The other side is much worse. So all I have to do, remove this nut, take my steering link out of the way, remove this nut so that that lifts up, and big bolt at the bottom, and 3 at the top. Now I don't want to remove anything yet because my new parts haven't arrived. But what I can do, I can lube them up and possibly find a cover for the car because it's starting to rain. And neighbours are moving out. I don't know if that's good or bad because the current neighbours are pretty good. Don't know what the new neighbours are going to be like with all my grinding and cutting and engine starting, but I guess we'll find out soon. Okay, I'll get back to you when I've got my parts. Whoops. Didn't quite get the cover in time. It's alright, it's warm rain. Let's see if I ordered the right thing. Let's compare. Yep, looks good. Let's now dismantle, put the new one on. Going to start with the tie rod end. This is an 18mm. Now, it does have a little hex top if it starts spinning, but I'm going to use my impact gun and hopefully avoid that situation because there's nothing worse than a spinning ball joint. Good, that's out of the way. Next thing I want to do is get the lower suspension nut at least loose for now, because if I remove the upper control arm, then the whole thing is going to flop down, making it harder to get that off. So as I say, I'm going to loosen it off. In fact, I can remove it because it's got a bolt going through holding it in place anyway. That is a 24. The other side of this does not have a bolt head, so hopefully this will behave. Also, let me move you back a bit. Here we go. Lovely. Put that back on for now. Actually, let's get some penetrant in this bolt, because I'm going to have to tap it through. I'll show you the other side, but there's no head to unscrew it that way, so I'll just tap around, kind of have the bolt, the nut kind of flush with the bolt, so that when I hit it, it's making contact with everything, rather than just forcing the nut onto the threads, you know what I mean. Look at that, easy peasy. I'll show you the other side. So it looks like that. Now I'm not taking it out all the way for now. I want to get this one off next. So this is a 22mm. Now if you turn the hub this way, you can actually get an impact gun. Oop, up there. So hopefully this will also behave. Right, a little wiggle, and that should release the cracking. So all that's left holding it on is a big bolt at the bottom. So I will loosen the top suspension nuts. There's 3 of them. We have a bit of a mix and match situation up top, but that's okay. The new assembly comes with new nuts, so I'm not going to bother telling you what sizes these are, because I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be 13s. You can see the whole thing starting to drop down now, so I need to be careful of that. I don't want to damage my brake pipe. In fact, I think what I'll do is I'll put the jack underneath just so there's no hidden surprises, right? Let us proceed. Lower the jack, this should come down. Okay, not sure if the lower cross member goes down any further than that, so I can at least remove this bolt from the bottom. Okay, so as I say, you just don't want to be overstretching your brake cable. Wiggle it just a little bit. There we go. Okay, I think I'm going to have to, I need to loosen these. One on each side, just so that this swivels up a bit, because I really need this to get underneath. Let's see, what size are they? They look about a 21. Oh yes. Don't need to take these off, just need to loosen them. Like so. Old one out. Now, before I take the old one out, I'm just going to make sure that it only goes in one way, because these bolts at the top kind of look equidistant. Big word. But we'll find out. Hold on, I'll get the new one. That's going in there. The bolts are in the wrong places. Put it around there. Nope, I was right the first time. Yeah, I think it just goes in that way. That looks about right. I don't see anything on the assembly that says point it this way, so we'll give it a shot. Take the old one out, put the new one in, see if it fits. Yeah, looks about right. You know what, I'm just going to put some grease around the top here, because there's nothing between that and the aluminum. So, give me a sec. Good old crazy grease. And while we're at it, let's give the upper side a bit of a wipe. I just found a nut. Where'd that come from, I wonder? Where did you come from? Okay, reassemble. Stick that up there. I'm not going to screw these down all the way, because I might need to wiggle the strut a little bit to get the lower bolt in. $13mm on the new ones. Let's get the lower bolt in. Just use the jack, get it to the right height. Like so. Now this tab will be trying to go up that way when you tighten the bolt on the other side, so you might as well start it over there. Awesome. Get the nut on the other side. Again, I'm not going to mega tighten it just now. Make sure we get this back on first before we go too mad with tightening stuff. You can use the nut to make it find its own home rather than risk damaging the threads with a hammer. And that was a 22. Awesome. Right, I'm going to tighten this one all the way up. Of course, it's going to want to take the hub with it, so move this round to the other side. Tight. Tighten those. Tighten the lower one. 24. So all that's left then, steering light. $18. we're done. Right, just got the other side to do. Put the fenders back on, go for a drive. Done. So how does it look? Pretty much exactly the same as it did before. I don't know, I might have a wee bit more height there. Bearing in mind I did mess with the fender mount. Actually, I messed with the other side as well. It was also cracked. So maybe the fender mount brought the fender down a wee bit. Oh, we can only tell when we go for a drive. So let me go wash my Mocket hands. I don't want to get my wife's lovely interior all dirty. Then we'll go out for a wee spin. I'll see you in the car. Right, not expecting complete silence from each corner because I've still got some welting to put in. You know, the ceiling between the panels. I've not done that yet. I just hope the suspension isn't worse than it was before. Guess we find out. Onward. same, which is unfortunate. I was hoping it'd be a wee bit softer. But hey, it's brand new suspension, can't complain. You see what it's like going up my road, because it's really bumpy. Softer, a bit more forgiving than it was before. I've still got that squeak in the back. Cannot figure out what that is. Okay, now that we've driven around the block, we'll see how it's sitting, because you know they like to settle after a wee drive. Yeah, pretty much the same. Oh well. Needed new suspension anyway. Now you all know how to do it if you ever get a Crown Vic. Oh well, it's peace of mind, isn't it? They were going to need replaced sooner or later, so one less job for the future. I'll take it on a proper drive tomorrow. Tomorrow is Canada Day. It's a wee bit soured this year because of the Indigenous children thing. You can look that up, pretty sad, but we're still celebrating Canada. Happy to be here and happy for what Canada has done for us. So we'll probably go for a wee drive tomorrow. Oh, one last thing. I got another delivery, hold on. This isn't for me, this is for Alan, Hooks Hot Rods. So I will be paying you a visit. I'll find out if you're in tomorrow. We'll maybe put you down on our little Canada Day tour. And this is for your yellow truck. It's a little congratulations on completing your project gift. So you can't open it until you're finished. Sorry. Anyway, see you all in the next one. I may or may not make a video tomorrow. But if I do, it will be of me and the wife driving about Canada. So take care everyone. See you in the next one. Bye bye.